you say this hit you really hard when you got these reactions that you actually broke down and just cried for a whole day over the feelings in response to how people treated you.
Yeah. To be honest, I it got to the point where one day I had maybe 15 phone calls from uh, many different people that, and I can't say any of them were necessarily the nicest phone calls to receive, but it was the very last phone call I remember. I was like, I'm done. It felt like I was branded for something that I couldn't control.
Well, that's exactly right. And I want you to understand this. Um, this is a fear response on people's reaction and explaining people's reaction. And what happens is when people are really afraid of something and it's an invisible something, a disease or evil or whatever,
Hmm.
then they try to find something that they can point to, something that they can make the target of their fear. And sadly, in this case, that was you. I mean, everybody's afraid of COVID-19. Everybody's afraid of getting it. We turn on the television and we see the headlines of bodies lined up in the hallway and they're pulling refrigerated trucks up to the back of the hospitals and people are dying and there aren't enough respirators and they don't talk about the fact that right now there are 200,000 that have recovered worldwide, which is 4 times the number of deaths. And most people, 85%, have the experience you did where they have mild or moderate symptoms. Not that it's comfortable at all. I mean, it's
Right.
miserable to have this, but it's not life threatening. But people see the sensationalized version of this in the media and they look for a target. They look for somebody to embody that and they point at that. And in this case, it was you. Uh,
Unfortunately, yeah.
and it's purely a fear and anxiety response. And so they chose you to target that at. And listen, people have to talk about you in a negative way to justify the way they treat you. It has nothing to do with you and everything to do about them. And do you think you'll ever feel the same way about these people again? Can you put this behind you? What will you do when you return to school and see them again?
Personally, I just want to act like everything's back to normal. I mean, I have not seen these people since I have been quarantined. So I feel like that is a little bit on my side. Having a period apart from one another, it gives me time to recover and hopefully will give them time to recover as well. Um, but I am excited to go back to school, but I'm also a little scared. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, well, but understand you were a scapegoat here. This, and again, how people treat you says more about them than it does about you. And you have to understand that and not take it personal. This was a fear response, and they're looking for a scapegoat. Who can I aim this fear at? I want to vent this in some way because it's eating me up. So I need somebody to blame. And here's Claire. So she's now responsible for the entire coronavirus pandemic. And so they
Absolutely.
blame you for it.
Yeah, that's literally what I felt like. Even when I was getting the day I got tested, when I told the doctor my symptoms, he left the room and then he came back in full scrubs and a mask and that like it scared me when he said you're getting tested for corona. I was in denial about it. I was like, "No, I don't have this. Not at all. No, not me." And then I got told I was positive. I remember my heart sank to the bottom of my stomach.
Of course, because of everything that you've seen in the media. But we've got over 1 million cases worldwide right now. I'm
Right.
sorry that you were one of them, but listen, you certainly were not irresponsible in anything
Thank
that
you.
you did leading up to this, and this was just something that was aimed at you. But it's not about you, and I suspect those people are going to be a lot more uncomfortable than you are the next time they see you because they're going to be going, "Oh my God, I can't believe I said what I said to her. I mean, she got sick, she's over it, and I never did get sick, so I'm embarrassed about the whole thing."